What's up everyone? Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. We're back today with the Rapsodo MLM2Pro golf launch monitor, and we're going to show you guys the latest beta software release from Rapsodo. So this is actually a closed beta. They were nice enough to allow us to do this video coverage during the closed beta. What's cool is I've been testing this for a few days, so I've actually noticed some things I'm going to point out to you, things I like, things I'd like to see them maybe change or improve upon, and then also show you what so many people have wanted to see, and that's landscape mode for the Rapsodo simulation courses. All right, so I want to make sure you guys are commenting below on this video. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see, feature enhancements. I mean, if you guys saw our latest video, that R Cloud that they released, check it out if you haven't. But that was all based on user feedback, and they plan on developing R Cloud even more based on feedback. So be sure to be sharing your feedback. If you comment below, I share all that good feedback with Rapsodo, but they even read the comments themselves. So make sure you comment and let me know. And then real quick, before we move on, we're gonna play some golf out at Warwick Hills Golf and Country Club, my home course. I like doing that. That way you guys get to kind of hear my comparison of how it would play in real life versus the simulation golf. But if you haven't had a chance to buy the Rapsodo MLM2Pro and you're looking at that, well, I'll put a link down in the description and pinned to the top of the comments. It helps support the channel and still offers the lowest price available to you. I appreciate it. I always share my email as well, so if you're looking to build a home or commercial golf simulator, you have any questions, I have access to all kinds of different partners and discount codes and things. Shoot me an email, I'd be happy to help. But let's head over to our iPad first, and we're gonna talk about this setup here in a minute. First thing first, I want to show you guys the aiming. So if you're looking at that mini map, you actually don't press the mini map to aim. You just touch and hold the main screen and move your finger around. So you'll see that start to move. And I noticed that it's kind of like a little behind where your finger is as it moves. So you just want to be careful and just let go where you want it to be placed. I think I would suggest to them to have those expansion arrows like you see on some mini maps where it makes it larger and you could kind of just do a 1 point and aim. I think that would be something that would be beneficial. So some feedback to share with them. I am using a Rapsodo RPT ball. I find these last actually a really long time. Just don't put the dots right where you're gonna hit, especially with like a wedge or an iron. And the dots last a super long time. I mean, they're gonna outlast the life of the ball, that's for sure. All right, let's see if we can fire off, drive down there, play some holes for you guys, show this in action, talk about some other things along the way. I want to talk about the iPad, the format of the projector, things like that. Well, that wasn't too bad. It was a little high toe, which I'm probably going to get away with. I mean, a little low spin, but that's okay. It still has that nice draw to it. And it was a pretty good swing, so it'll end up working out. When I hit up on the ball, and I actually liked seeing this, I was out hitting some balls the other day, testing this for the first time, and when I hit way up on my driver and it's high on the face, I get super low spin sometimes. Doesn't matter what launch monitor I'm using. If it can read the spin of the ball, it's measuring it. I mean, I've been sub 1000s many a times. When I hit that ball outside, I watch it fall out of the sky. It's good seeing that it can read those. I had one all the way down to, I think, 1100 with the MLM2Pro. So just shows that it's capable of those low spin fastballs as well. So this is a great spot to be. You do not want to yank a ball left here at Warwick Hills on hole number 1. You'll be OB, guaranteed, especially if you hit the ball far. So in this case, I generally don't go home in 2. I'm not really good with my 3-wood. It's a tough green to hit. Obviously this makes it a little bit easier to play with, the way that the penalties are set up and undulation being flat. But let's go ahead and grab a 3 hybrid, see if we can get it down close to the green, get up and down, maybe have a good chance for birdie. Oh, I hit that pretty well. Just didn't close the face enough. I was hoping that ball would have a little draw to it. It's gonna put me in a pretty good spot though. Yeah, it was a little low on the face, which I think makes a pretty big difference on my hybrid, not only for getting a little extra distance out of it, but if I'm gonna actually be able to, close the face down like I like to, I get a little draw out of it. It's a nice ball flight with that club. It's 33 yards. Now this is an interesting part I do want to talk about. The ball physics. I don't really care about the rough and stuff. We're playing on flat ground, but I feel like they can improve the ball physics on the green. That's just one important item. So I'm gonna bring that up to them. Watch how I have to land this short and then watch how the ball runs out, you know, quite a bit of distance. I think that, you know, and I have it happen with 150-yard shots and things like that. I think that they need to, you know, address the ball physics on the green a little bit. 33 yards. So I'm gonna probably maybe land this about 25, I would say. See if that's the right distance. Left that face a little open. Ah, see, it's gonna roll outside. If I would have got the 25 like I planned on, I probably would have been right inside that circle and had no problem. But I called it. You need to land it short enough that you know it's gonna roll out. Well, we roll out with a par on number 1. You know, number 1's a very tough hole. I would take a par on number 1 any day for normal play. So, one thing that I want to talk about real quick is the flyovers. I may suggest to them that you could just skip or turn them off. When you're trying to just play and go, and you don't want to deal with the flyovers, let me know what you guys think on that. All right, so we're ready to play this par 4. This is another hole where if you yank it left, it's hard ground under trees. You could be OB, there's a street over there. So fairway or right-hand side is definitely a preferable play on this par 4. And then after we hit this drive, let's talk about the iPad format resolution and hookup, you know, to a projector. I've got a question a lot with Rapsodo, you know, MLM2Pro. Well, it's a little better strike, but I'm just not releasing the club face. That could be, goodbye the trees, it might be okay. All right, not too bad. And that's honestly a common area I'm at here. It's not as heavily wooded in this game, but if you do get past, which I do a lot, you're in front of all the trees. So this is pretty realistic because there's no trees once you get up there, you know, within about 100 yards or so on the right-hand side. You just got to get through the trees because you're not going to carry them all. And when you do get through them enough, a lot of times you'll get enough bounce and you'll be past them. So, all right, let's talk about this setup really quick. So this is really simple setup. I mean, if I have an iPad Pro 11-inch over here, all right? So it's interesting how the resolution is in between a 4x3 and a 16x10. I have it hooked up to a 16x10 projector, which does a good job of taking that resolution and doing a really good picture, all right? It's crisp and clear. It does leave 2 pretty large bars on the right and the left, and just a little black bar in the bottom. I could zoom it in a little bit if I wanted to with the projector. The model that I have does have that zoom capability, but I mean, this is very immersive. You know, it's nice. I'm just using a USB-C dongle to HDMI. You can charge your iPad with that dongle while you use HDMI if you're looking to do that. So I like that it's simple, it's easy. I mean, you could set this up either just looking over at your iPad into a net, or you could set it up like I have it right now. All right, so 91 yards. Let's see if we can make a decent swing here. Have a chance for birdie. As long as that distance is right, I feel like that was a pretty good shot. Oh no. Did I get a miss? And I've had this happen a few times on wedges. It doesn't happen often. And you know, I always show things just how they are on the channel here. I mean, is it because I'm putting the white facing, you know, the unit or not? I do that. That way it, you know, doesn't bang up the dots too much. But all right, let's take one more shot. I feel like that was a pretty good shot. That one red. That was another good shot. So as long as the distance is good. Oh, it's got to spin though. Oh, see, that's the problem. 88 yards, but it went 10 yards. And so with a 58-degree wedge, I mean, my ball spins back a lot on greens when I hit it that crisp. So I'm gonna have to say that 10 yards is a little much for a well-hit 58. That's what I want them to work on. I think that would make this very more enjoyable, you know, the physics on the green. And you know, they should be able to do that taking spin into consideration. So if you thin a ball, you know, and it's a low spinning ball or something with low launch angle, maybe that doesn't, you know, check up. You know, that's all in an algorithm they could build. So this is 152. That's kind of in between for me. But you know it's gonna roll out a little bit, so I'm wondering if I should do a 9-iron because I've got green to work with, and I know it's going to release a little bit. So yeah, I think 9-iron is the play. I'd love to know what you guys think though of the landscape format, questions that you have. You know, I've been using this unit for a while now. Fire away, put it in the comments, I'd be happy. And I like that other people get to read those questions. Well, decent shot. Caught a little low on the face. Ball's just gonna be a little left. That was a pretty good shot. Yeah, it was, believe it or not, just a little low on the face. You could see the trajectory was just a little bit low, but it was a pretty good shot overall. And that left us 15 feet, so it's gonna be another par. It's a par party so far here. Why don't we play one more hole for you guys? How much time do we have that we're working on here? So yeah, 11 minutes. I say that we play one more hole. It's fun giving a full demonstration. I mean, you saw that one wedge shot. That's very interesting. I'll probably report that to them. Is that something to do with the latest firmware? Because I really haven't had many misses. But every once in a while with a wedge. And like I said, I always face the white towards the unit. Is a fast spinning ball? Is that doing something? So let's use the aim again. We're 213 down there. I don't think we want to be there. So let's drag this thing up here to where we know our ball is going to be. Let's say I get a hold of it and ends up in the 280 range or something like that. I think that would be pretty good. It's definitely more forgiving with the trees. I mean, on this hole, lots of trees on the right-hand side that separate number 13, which is that famous hole that has the water around the green. It's almost like an island green. It's pretty cool. This one is OB to the left, has houses to the left. Try to close his face a little better here. Should be decent. All right, yeah, I've got that just a little bit of a cut to the ball, and it's mainly face control. I can feel it. I mean, these are pretty good drives, though. I would take that. So this, honestly, it's not a bad spot to be at all. There's like a couple hills over there. You know, it leaves you with a pretty good shot. I probably should have even aimed further left because I've been hitting that ball with the, you know, little right spin to it. Oh, let's see. Even with my irons, I've been kind of pushing the ball. Just late on releases, not firing my lower body like I should. 120 is the target. The question is that a easy pitching wedge? I feel like this could be too much. Should I hit a 50 degree? Let's try to hit a soft pitching wedge. See how it reacts in the green. It'll be a good test. Pretty decent shot. All right, get down. I mean, spot on to my carry, but I just would have to play. Look at that, 10 yards, you know, 30 feet on a bounce on a well-struck wedge. So that's the next thing I really want to push for them to do is these green physics. Because I feel like that was a really good shot. That's what I was trying to, I mean, would I always want to hit the number? No, but I mean, I know that I'm not going to be 30 feet away. You know, I'm thinking that ball checks up a little bit, usually a hop and stop or something with a pitching wedge. Sometimes I can get it to come back a little bit with the pitching wedge. This is another great par 4. I like to see that the water's in the right place, the bunker's in the right place. So other than trees, and you can see there's some taller trees on this one, just not tall enough, the penalty that you'd usually see. So I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on all this. So Rapsodo MLM2Pro, like I said, beta software release. Excited to see the new developments and everything, be able to share it with you guys. Love to hear your comments below. You know, stay tuned. There'll be a lot more coming soon, and let me know what you'd like to see in the comments, all right? So we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching as always. There'll be a lot more coming soon.